this month, but also all throughout my life, now that I've become like a public figure on YouTube, the amount of mean comments I've written and then immediately deleted has gone up exponentially.
Yep.
I keep finding myself on Asmongold videos and being like, this fucking Nimrod, and then deleting it, being like, I don't want the smoke.
You're being your own PR guy. You're being your own. I'm so proud of you. Listen, this is what happens. Once you hit a certain threshold, you're like, I'm going to use this power for bad. And then you need somebody like a Daniel Motta to mitigate, like, you know, to do like damage control on your own mind.
Yeah, I text with one hand and then hold up a mirror in the other.
And you're like, don't do it. It's like the Green Goblin conversation. It's like, you've lost your power. Oh, you should. We could start an As thing.
What?
We can start an Asmongold beef.
An Asmongold beef?
Dude, I don't give a shit. I'll ride at dawn.
I'm like almost already in one after my Assassin's Creed throwdown with him, but
ride at dawn.
he was just like going off about like tipping culture, and he was like, I'm not a selfish person. And then 5 minutes later, he's like, why would I care about other people not making enough money? How does that affect me? And I was like, and I just wrote that out. I was like, Asmongold at this minute, I'm not a selfish person. Asmongold at this minute, I'm blah, blah, blah. And then I was like, but it's not worth it.
Oh, it's
not worth it.
100% worth it. We don't know him personally. Here's the thing. Yeah. We've almost ridden at dawn a couple of times, but we cohabitate spaces with a couple of the people we almost rode at dawn at. And so we would have had to bump into them. We'll never see Asmongold. We'll smell him before we even see him. We'll be like, oh, the guy who, you know, lives in $1 million mansion with a 30-year-old mattress. I can smell him from around the corner. We can just leave that event.
Yeah, I hate that guy. I think.
I'd love to ride at dawn.
There's so many.
We could use a beef. Because here's the thing, he runs a podcast that's comparably sized to ours. Yeah. And it started around the same time, and it only exists because the anime podcast his OTK like team created. Initially, one of the hosts got essay allegations.
Yeah, they got alligated.
Yeah.
You got, you know, your Crockett. I don't even have a bit.
when you're sometimes that soldier boy cranks back, baby. Cranks back right on you.
No, there have been so many times on this podcast where I assume the flow of the podcast has gone like, yeah, dude, everyone's jumping on the One Piece bandwagon right now. Especially, oh my God. You know who I fucking hate? Yeah. Anyway, this week, Naruto news. Oh, that Stank just cuts us flaming somebody we know in person.
Oh, we should just throw in, just see what Stank cuts and doesn't cut. Yeah. Just like, you know what? I'm sick and tired of.
We should have Stank keep the cut clips, and then like on our 5-year anniversary, it's just a super cut of the shit that got
just
cut.
like a blackmail. Like we're like one day we text Stank, we're like, actually, there's a dude in India willing to do this for $30, and he's like, well, fucking have fun at parties. Like, all right, well, let's see how this goes.
Anyway, have we cold opened? Have we opened coldly yet?
I think. Well, I kind of wanted to hear what your cold open was outside of us, like potentially trying to get the stinkiest beef of all time.
Why did mine sound feminine?
Because I have big old man hands. I got meaty clackers.
Why did mine sound daintier?
This is also the perfect time for me to podcast because this is prime content hour. I start filming my YouTube videos at 1 o'clock every single day. Yeah. Because it's like 1, I work out. Like I don't get done with my workout, breakfast, shower until about 1. And then that's when I start filming. My brain is alive right now.
No juice needed.
No juice needed.
Wow.
And
can I just say, Nick has this metal Itachi Uchiha like business card on his desk.
Came with that.
It's like the size of a playing card, but it's metal.
Yep.
And I keep wanting to like throw it, but I know it take your head off.
You will fuck me up, dude. It was just like, is it bad? Is it bad?
Just sticks in your forehead, your head drops, and it comes out the other side.
It's like the guy from Assassin's Creed Valhalla, where he's got like the axe in his head, and he's like, how bad is it? And you're like, not good. Yeah.
I just like throw it, it like misses you. You're like, oh, thank God. And your head just slides off. But anyway, my cold open.
There we go.
I went to a concert this week. I won't say with who for reasons you'll find out soon. But they're our friend.
Okay.
I went to a concert.
Okay.
This week.
I already have a guess.
And they were like sponsored to make content about this concert.
Oh.
As far as I'm aware,
was it the Japanese metal concert that everybody was talking about AX?
I don't know.
There was a Japanese metal band that like does like metal covers of like Unravel and all that, and like Jennings and Stella and a bunch of people were paid to be there to like sponsor this band.
I don't know. I don't know what band.
It was interesting.
They were just like in Hollywood.
Gotcha.
Somewhere. But
like the Palladium?
So we go, yes, that's exactly where. The Palladium.
Palladium.
No, I don't think so.
Simply the Palladium. Ask anybody in who's ever been, it's the Palladium.
Okay. But I went to a concert.
Great punk shows there.
Went to a concert. It was a cool venue for sure. And we go, our friend asks me like, you know, they're like, oh, I got free tickets as a sponsor thing to go to this concert. And I was like, sick. Never heard of them before. They're like a Japanese band. But I'll come. It sounds sick. We go, you know, we're getting into our seats. Lights are going down. We have our drinks. It's very fun. And the people come out and they're like, you know, it's bad luck to take photos or videos during a concert, so please, no videos, no photos, no phones, and enjoy the show. Which was fine because I was like, you know, if you go to a comedy show, especially lately, they'll put your phone in a pouch, and they're like, no phones, we don't want any recording. Yeah. And I'm like, okay, that's like par for the course, no phones. Band comes out, lights blast on, fog machine rolls in, they're all in blackface. 100% of the members are in 100% blackface. And here's the thing about it. So it goes back and forth. It's a roller coaster.
What do you mean? They're like, scrub. All right, we're going to get this shit back on. Now this song, we're doing blackface.
It's a roller coaster of a night because usually the band's gimmick is that they wear wolf heads. They wear like wolf fully covering like helmets. Okay. And the wolf like head sits on top of their human head, you know? Okay. But when they're doing a live concert, you kind of have to carve out the front. So it looks like one of those Russian hats. You know what I mean?
The big wrap around fur hats?
Yeah, with earmuffs on it. Like, so they have like a window cut in the front where their face is and a wolf head on top.
Okay.
And so their faces are painted completely black so that, like, you won't notice their face.
So it just looks like wolves.
So it just looks like a wolf.
Yeah.
The problem is the wolf's fur is not black. It's a white and blue-gray fur. Okay. And so their faces are so noticeable.
Yeah.
And we're like... I lean over and I'm like, interesting decision to do blackface.
Yeah. In LA, they love that shit here.
And we're like, oh, what is this? But we're like, you know, they're from Japan.
They have Mr. Popo.
Yeah, maybe, you know, and it's like stage makeup.
Do they have... Oh, boy, this is a tough ask.
Are you gonna ask about the lips?
Yeah, okay, thank God.
If they did the lips, it's like,
that is...
What do we do?
Yeah, they're like, but we wanted you guys to see our mouths, and it's like, why are they so big and red?
But no, so, you know, we're like, oh, you know, maybe it hasn't hit Japan yet, that this isn't cool, and also, like... You know, the logic is that you won't see their face. Should have done like a mesh thing, like a black mesh, but whatever. And so, and also they're here to like sponsored. My friend is.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, I find it kind of hilarious. And they're like sweating it out.
They're like, I don't know if I can post about this.
And there's like a lot of black people there. And I'm like, I want to go up and be like, you cool with this? You cool with what's happening?
We charge the stage here, and they're like, it's like, no, we're good. You're like,
I'm ready.
Yeah, as long as like less than 50% are like, no, it's cool, then we're good.
So everyone seems fine with it. So yeah, less than 50%.
Yeah. Minority rule.
I want to be on the right side of history.
Yeah.
Everyone seems cool with it. Then halfway through, the band goes. They're like, yeah, what's up, LA? They speak very good English.
Okay.
They're like, which is not helping their case.
No.
But they're like, what's up, LA?
I love all the movies, specifically the new ones.
I love the new contemporary movies. They're like, what's up, LA? You know, the last time we were here, and I don't know if they meant LA or America, but they're like, the last time we were here was 4 years ago. You guys had a very important decision to make. And everyone groaned. Everyone was like, oh, and he was like, no, don't worry. This isn't going to be weird. Okay. But he was like, the last time we were here, you guys were in the heat of an election, one of the most important elections of your history. And now you got to make a choice again. And so we just want to say your vote matters. Make sure you go out there and vote because your decision can make this nation great. And then everyone's like, there's a silence. And then he says it again. He's like, you guys and only you guys can make this nation great.
You're like, you're playing with fire here, sir.
I'm like, you are one word away from fucking...
You can make it great.
Once more.
Yeah. For the second time.
And everyone groans. And he's like, all right, up next is this song. And then the friend and I left.
That's insane.
Wasn't that crazy? Isn't that the craziest thing?
That's fucking awesome.
We were like leaving and they were like, you know, I was like, so what did it for you? Like as a joke. They were like, you know, when they said make this nation great again, that was a very direct wording. And I was like, yeah. It's a blackface for me.
Holy shit. Oh, that's fucking electric. Oh my God.
If they're a Japanese band, they're probably just doing the theater thing. Yeah, that was for sure the assumption, and still is. Maybe it's messy wording.
Yeah.
It was just a funny sequence of events.
Yeah, it's just like lining a couple of things up in a row is never a good. It's like, oh, the blackface was fine, but like the clear like, oh, like let's go Trump is that's where I draw the line here.
So that was silly.
Oh, that's funny as fuck, dude.
Yeah.
That's awesome. All right. So you've been at Anime Expo.
Yeah.
I almost said Anime IRL, which you should go follow, by the way, if you're watching this video. We just
New
put out
channel,
our
2 episodes out.
It's about our second episode. Different team for 2 videos, which is a bit confusing, but Ian Boggs was originally on the Anime IRL team.
Got busy.
And now he's not. And so, you know, the team is now me, Steven, Chris, and Danny, and you'll get over it. But go follow the channel. You've been at Anime Expo. How is it?
It's pretty good. Yeah. It's pretty, I'm like kind of upset I'm not gonna be there more. Yeah. So I was there Thursday.
Wildly different from how you felt on Thursday. You were like, I'm already bored.
Well, I wasn't like, it's not that it's boring. We just do so many cons.
Yes.
That like
it's like, oh look, there's Crunchyroll's booth. There's Big Luffy. Senpai Squad's here. There's an Itasha. Bing bang boom. See you later.
No, it's awesome. If you like haven't been or are excited to go still, it's great. It's like the best con to go to.
Yes.
These last 2 months, including Anime Expo, we've been to 3 cons. Like back to back to back, and I have another coming up in August and Evo later in July.
Yeah,
and so it's like, I'm just
conned out.
So conned out.
Yeah,
it's very cool though. Like if it was
the community that makes Anime Expo fun. It's that 100%. It's just like it's like 200,000 weebs, and like you can like meet a ton of people, take cool photos, all that kind of thing. It is just a con on the biggest scale possible, but it, like the community makes it fun.
No, it's sick. It's awesome. I love running into people who like recognize us. It's like genuinely makes my year.
Yeah.
But what's it called? Yeah, it's good. No, like I said, on Thursday I was like, I think I'm conned out. But then I didn't go yesterday to just kind of recharge. And I'm going today after the pod.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, I wish I went yesterday now.
I'm kind of wishing that I have gone any of the days, but I've been so busy I haven't had time because I was in Hawaii with Dorothy's family, and then we came back like the day it started, basically. And I was
like, VidCon week.
I need to work. I had VidCon last week, and I was like, I need to get shit done immediately.
No,
so I was at VidCon networking. And like, I don't really need to network at Anime Expo is the thing. Like, I could bump into other like content creators, but like I literally bump into content creators every single day, and I have connections with everybody I would already meet at Anime Expo. Like, I have connections with Crunchyroll, Viz, Bandai, Jazzwares, all them. So like, I don't necessarily need to go from a networking perspective. I'd like to go and just see people.
Yeah.
Like that. Like, I love getting to like meet fans and all that. But that like, so I'm thinking about going tomorrow just because I have nothing. But there's also this party we have tonight, and I've been this close to joining Kurt Cobain. Like I know he's got an extra room up there that he's just waiting to get filled, and I'm like, I've put in a fucking receipt. Like I put in an application to be his roommate.
Yeah, you gonna get into this?
Oh my God. Not anything. I'm not gonna get too detailed here, but me and Danny are throwing a big old mansion party in Brentwood. And we're gonna be like, basically for the release of Anime IRL, we're also running it with another company. We're doing like a collaboration thing, and it's been a whole week of trying to get a $10,000 party planned, and you can't do that in a week. So I just, as the person in charge of it all, it's just been like fucking me hanging on by my fingernails.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How
was your first panel?
Go to Anime Expo. It was cool.
Yeah.
The best part about these cons,
Yes.
the best damn part,
The big Luffy's.
the big loof. No, the best part is that you're surrounded by the things you love.
Yep.
And so my first panel was for Guilty Gear, and Guilty Gear's upcoming anime, which is technically my news.
Isn't Guilty Gear's like story just
mode,
a fucking
yeah.
just an anime? Yeah.
Yeah, it took them long enough. But they released a trailer. I got to like premiere the trailer in front of everybody.
Look at you.
Which was super cool. The animation looks pretty sick. It is CG, but it's a weird CG where it looks like they watercolor over it. Like it's a unique CG style. It's very interesting. But it looks very fluid. It's more fluid than like the game's cutscenes. But anyway, so I presented that, and it was so cool because Guilty Gear is the most unpopular fighting game. Like
That's fair.
It's doing big numbers.
I'd say like
now.
Injustice, Mortal Kombat,
Street Fighter,
Tekken, Soul Calibur, and
Smash Bros. People
Oh,
count.
Smash
Yeah,
Bros. is number
huge.
one. That's
Yeah,
number one easily. I'd say like Soul Calibur and Guilty Gear exist in the same area.
For sure. And Guilty Gear is only above Soul Calibur because there hasn't been a Soul Calibur in
a long time, yeah.
Yeah, but it's definitely climbing in popularity, which is like evident by the fact that they've just opened up like an influencer like department. Speaking of which, I'll talk to you later. But they're interested in you.
Me?
Yeah,
I played the game once.
Well, they're interested in us as a podcast.
Ooh,
yeah.
Not the only people who are interested in us.
Yeah?
Yeah. You told me not to take it.
Not
Cheap food.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, we turned down an ad.
We turned down an
for
ad
moral reasons. But anyway,
we turned down a McDonald's ad. If we're trying to get victory points here, we turned out a McDonald's ad.
Yeah, I was like, anyway, McDonald's is doing like I guess I can't even say what it is because then we were doing the ad.
Yeah.
That's how they get you.
That's how they get you.
Damn.
They're like, oh, by the way, if you do this ad, we're sending more money to Israel. And we're like, god damn it.
Damn.
I gotta talk about the sauce.
Yeah. But so I almost stepped on the plug. But so the coolest thing, because I love Guilty Gear, I think it's super cool. And but no one ever talks about it. I never there's no big Guilty Gear YouTubers to watch. And then you go to Anime Expo and it's the huge main show floor filled with Guilty Gear fans.
Damn.
And you're like, oh, it feels like validating to be a fan of that thing. Be like going to a Hunter x Hunter thing, which I'm doing tonight actually.
Yeah.
And being like, oh fuck, Hunter x Hunter is more alive than you would think from the internet. Anyway, I'm gonna be like, oh,
this is the most aggravating.
I'm gonna go out there. I'm gonna be like, who loves fishing? Anime's biggest fishing anime.
Who you guys Nog fans? No, not
Nog.
Oh, I'm sorry. Going. My bad.
No.
I like Kid Nog.
Yeah.
Adult Nog? I don't know. You get
like,
it. They're getting a game.
Yeah,
Stupid idiots.
Idiots.
Oh, you want more manga? Oh God, would I just smile through it?
Dude, I read the script today for what I have to say on stage, and there's so many instances where it's introduce the game, candid discussion about Hunter x Hunter, and I was like, what do you mean?
It's like the memes just wiping up a waterfall from your. Literally, how about this? Put an AirPod in and just dude, I'll call you, and I'll be
Drake and Josh.
You'll be just reread all the questions. You'll be like, oh, what was that? It was, oh, how do you feel about Gon's development as a character? Let me think on that. Did you hear that? Yeah.
It's gonna be going really well at first, and then we're gonna hit interference, and it's gonna be like, what do you think about Gon's development as a character? And you're gonna be like, oh, badass. It's badass. And I hear bad. You're like, it sucks.
It sucks. He's the worst character. I fucking hate him. You're like, it's like, what?
Hisoka though.
Yeah. Listen, I always say got a juicy rump.
Does he say that?
He's got this whole scene where he's Gon and Kilo are walking in front of him, and he's just looks at their asses. Listen, he there's a reason he's caught pedo allegations.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he's not a good guy.
Whoa,
that's why I was like, oh, we kill this guy to get a good ending of the. It's a whole fucking thing. I got yelled at for that. People did not. It was so funny because the week I was like, I'm gonna cosplay as Hisoka so I can make the joke about how Hunter x Hunter will only be good if he dies, and then like I posted a bunch of photos of me in the cosplay without the context. That one's on me. And it was like that same week, everybody on TikTok was like, we're to stop cosplaying pedophiles. And I was like, fuck. God damn it.
Can't do anything anymore.
Like, they're trying to steal my cosplay freedom.
I know Nick texted me and he was like, I think it's time to retire the Hisoka.
Yeah,
it's not playing.
We just put the Hisoka cosplay in the trash like an upset fan over like a team loss in the finals or something.
Can I say something though? Because I
know I look good in the cosplay. I'm aware.
It's a good look.
It's a good cosplay.
It's for sure a good look. It's funny because we did our panels at Comic Palooza.
Yeah.
And those were like people came for us. Like it was a like Nick and Danny panel extravaganza. And the Guilty Gear one, people are there for Guilty Gear. And
you're just fucking bearded guy A.
Yeah. Just the guy doing it. Mm-hmm. And I'd say 98% of the people there didn't know who I was.
Yeah.
And so I didn't realize when you're doing a panel for people there to see you, they will laugh at anything you say.
It's the most juiced audience of all time.
Trying to land jokes at the Guilty Gear panel was the most humbling experience.
I couldn't even imagine. Yeah, you're just like, more like Sin good guy, am I right? And everyone's like, shut the fuck up. You're like, on to questions.
There's a character named Sin Kisk, and I was like, Sin Kisk, more like give me a Kisk. I'm done with this. I'm not putting up with
the Hunter x Hunter panel. That'll surely go better.
I just got on my knees and curled up in a ball.
God damn it, Danny. God damn it.
It was interesting, but it went well. They liked it.
They liked it?
Yeah.
Yeah, big crowd?
Yeah.
How many people were
huge
there?
Crowd. I don't know how, it's that main...
Like 1,000.
Like the JJK panel we saw last year.
Like 1,000
people.
That's
it was
crazy.
Wild. Yeah.
I would have peed. I would have peed. If you weren't up there, I would have peed just a little bit.
It's definitely... Here's the thing. I have a stance about anime panels now. And you know what? I think everyone is feeling it. You felt it, the JJK panel?
Yeah.
I'm going to say what everyone's thinking.
Could have been an email.
Well, that's for damn sure.
Yeah.
We need to do something. Either pay translators more, give them frog juice. Translators need to be more enthused about this shit. Because every panel that has translators, it's the host being like, so you guys have been working on this for 3 years now. We're all super excited. What was it like working on this? And the Japanese creator is all excited, speaking in Japanese. Then it gets to the translator and he's like, yeah, so, we've been hard at work for 3 years on this thing now.
Yeah.
And we can't wait to get Hunter x Hunter out to the public, the people, to you guys. And it's like, dude, I was on the panel, I was on stage, and I'm like, I'm falling asleep.
You're like, fucking chop here. What are we doing? It's also the worst because it's the person will ask the question, the Japanese person will nod and be like, yeah. And then they'll look at the translator because they have no idea what the fuck's going on. And then the translator will tell them and they'll be like, oh. Yeah. And then they'll say a Japanese answer into the microphone. Yeah. At which point everybody will be like, doesn't know whether or not to clap or not because nobody fucking speaks Japanese. So we're like, yeah. And then the translator is like, oh, we're planning on reinvading Taiwan. And we're like, oh, okay.
Well, it's funny.
We have no idea.
Because they'll say something in Japanese, and sometimes halfway through, people will start clapping. I'll be like, what did he say? Yeah. What the fuck did he say?
What do you know?
Yeah, you guys know.
Yeah.
But, I'm sure translators get paid nothing, and that's why. But I don't know. Get translators with a theater background.
A little juice.
Just someone excited. Because we had that same thing at the JJK panel where we're like, this is 2 hours long and none of the translators want to be here.
I also thought you were going to go down the road of if you're going to show something, show an episode or something. Or show
for sure.
Dude, when they're like, oh, here's a 90-second sizzle. And I'm like, I don't give a shit. Yeah. I don't. They're like, oh, and then we're giving away plushies. And then they make you wait until the end. The best panel that we ever went to was ironically the Bungo Stray Dogs panel. Because it shows the first episode of season 5.
Yeah.
And that was electric. The mangaka was there. He had fucking great energy.
Yeah.
And so that was an electric panel. The JJK one was ass.
Yeah.
They show us the first 90 seconds of the hidden inventory arc.
They show us the first 90 seconds and then it just stops.
Yeah.
Like, go watch the first 90 seconds of the first episode of season 2 of JJK and then hard stop it at 90 seconds. That's how jarring it was.
Yeah.
Like, they were like mid-sentence.
And it was
they're
just
like, those are 90. Yeah,
sorry,
like,
my bad.
No, I mean, to be fair, if you watch the Guilty Gear anime trailer, it's like a substantial trailer.
Mm-hmm.
I was kind of nervous about it because Arc System is known for being like, we're releasing a new trailer for an upcoming Dragon Ball FighterZ character.
Yeah.
Here it is. And it's 8 seconds. This was like a good, healthy...
Teaser trailer of like fighting games.
Yeah, this was like a good, healthy, substantial trailer. And I do know for a fact, for anyone watching this now, planning to come to Anime Expo tonight,
which
I assume is nobody.
Simply too late. This goes out on Tuesday.
Yeah, we got cool reveals coming for the Hunter x Hunter Under Night thing.
But it was called Nen Impact.
It is called Nen Impact. It's Hunter x Hunter Nen Impact, and Arc Systems has a game called Under Night in Birth that they're also revealing some stuff about.
Is it?
It's a fighting game.
Oh, but it's not Hunter x Hunter.
No, it's separate.
Gotcha. All right. So
Moving on.
outside of that, outside of Anime Expo stuff, I'm sure it's been a lot of fun. Also, has it been slammed? Has it been like ridiculously full?
It's
Because every year people do this thing where they like record the line to get in. They're like, oh, look at this line. It's like, yeah, man, there's 100,000 people trying to get into a massive area.
Yeah.
The doors aren't open. If you go to Anime Expo 2 to 3 hours after it opens, there will be no line to get in.
Yeah.
That's just simply the way it works.
No, exactly. It's like, it's so fine. Once you're in, you're just in. Like, you're experiencing the con. It's great. It's fun. I will say, yeah.
Artist Alley gets a little tight.
Yeah, early in the morning, it's the least pleasurable because everyone's there like, I gotta get there early. It's a paradox. It's a catch
You
7.
simply, listen, if you ever go to Anime Expo, you simply don't have to get there early.
Catch 22.
Yeah, there you go.
But yeah, like everyone gets there early, and so then it's stuffed. By like 2 p.m., it's like so reasonable and so fine. It also didn't sell out this year.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my God, anime,
mean,
sell anime.
It got, sell Anime Expo. It got bad press from being too stuffed last year. I think people-
It objectively was too stuffed last year. And Artist Alley was a fucking nightmare.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Not too much to talk about this week. Outside of My Hero, Suicide Squad, Kaiju
Demon
number 8,
Slayer.
and Demon Slayer.
Yeah.
So we filmed our episode last
Thursday?
so we didn't see any of like the last episodes of the last season.
Friday,
still. We didn't see any of the last episode of the last season. So we didn't get to see Kaiju number 8, Demon Slayer.
That was Kaiju number 8's last episode?
I believe so.
What is this podcast going to be for the next like 6 months?
Well, actually, let me. Well, if Kaiju number 8 goes off and rips 24 episodes, that's the majority of the manga. Like that's almost all the manga. My anime list, fall? No, spring.
People aren't doing 24 episodes lately anymore.
Let me check, because my anime list will tell me it's gonna be Konosuba ended as well. That was crazy. Kaiju number 8's doing 12 episodes.
This wasn't the season finale of My Hero, was it?
No.
I feel like we should have had 2
My Hero
episodes.
is not only it started 3 weeks early or 3 weeks late, and it's doing 21 episodes.
Gotcha.
So we got a lot of My Hero left. Cool. So at least like that's around, which is fine.
That's it. That's all we have.
That's
Demon Slayer
literally
ended.
all we have. We're gonna do so much homework. I have seen 11 episodes of Tower of God.
Yeah. I've watched no more.
There we go.
With what time?
Can we talk about Demon Slayer though? Because
first,
we don't have to.
Sure.
Let's talk about Suicide Squad first. Let's do a little dip in the toe.
Yeah. And we've talked about Suicide Squad.
You were right.
It's so boring.
It's so fucking boring.
It's outlandishly boring.
It's just lifeless.
Nothing's happening.
It's just fucking light. I hate to admit it, you were right.
Yeah?
It's worse in a mythical world. The guy with the pink hair makes me uncomfortable. The only time it's fun is like when the other, DC supervillains like appear, but then they're walking around with beastmen and all that. And for some reason, it not being in a dark and dreary city kind of takes me out of it. Yeah. Like I just don't like it's just literally insert mythical worlds, put characters you love in insert mythical worlds. And it's just boring. Like Nanaue, I'm not getting a lot from him. Like Peacemaker is like, he's just kind of counting. Like he's just like the counting guy.
Yeah, they're not doing anything.
The only person with any ounce of like character is either Harley or Clayface.
Or Deadshot.
Deadshot is also probably the least interesting iteration of Deadshot I've ever seen.
Deadshot's boring. He just gets a lot of lines.
Yeah.
He has a lot of screen time. That's the thing with like Peacemaker. He's like not in it.
No.
He's like not in it at all.
He's also like DC's hottest property right now. And I'm like, if you figured you would like accentuate anybody in the storyline, it would be Peacemaker.
It's also funny that they were like, oh, our powers are enhanced. And Clayface has like, he can manipulate clay that's not in his body.
Yeah.
Harley's strong, I guess, which already is whack because it's like, our powers are enhanced. She has none.
Yeah, nobody outside of Clayface has powers.
Yeah, what's Deadshot's? Like, he aims better?
Sharpshooter. That's literally it.
But I mean, like, what's even the enhancement of, how can you enhance the guy who never misses?
That's further?
Yeah.
Maybe?
Yeah.
Like bigger bullet?
Yeah.
Who fucking knows? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just
so boring.
I get they're trying to do a thing with the princess and Harley where like they're probably the same people from different universes.
I know,
she's
they
Harley
look the
Quinn
same.
and like Harley is Harley Quinn. But it's kind of I'm gonna watch it all because it's gorgeous. And it's DC and it's Suicide Squad, which are my favorite IPs, but I just don't give a shit.
It's so boring.
It was such a layup. It was such a fucking layup. It could have been so easy.
It would have been so easy. Just keep it in Gotham.
Yeah.
Why is this an isekai?
Yeah. Or isekai them to like another area. Like isekai them to another universe. Isekai them to fucking Konoha. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Just like don't put them in mythical world A.
Yeah, just the most generic nothing world. This episode opened with like a flashback in Gotham with the Joker. And I'm like, oh shit, okay, here we go. Like, we're gonna see what the Joker's up to while this is happening. And then it comes back to the mythical world, and immediately my interest plummeted. I was like, oh fuck, that's right. It's so dull, like, and they're not doing anything. It's just this like, there's just a war, and like, I don't.
The entire plot of this episode was, we bait out Ratcatcher. It was like an Ocean's movie, but like the explaining the end part was drastically uninteresting.
Yeah.
Like the Ocean movie, like you don't know what's happening, then they have the money, and then they spend 20 minutes explaining it. They were like, we had to build the barriers and get the orcs out to like draw a Ratcatcher out so we could shoot his staff. And it's like, that's the least interesting way you could have approached this. And like, I get that it makes sense and that it's logical, but like, we're not going for logic here.
It's like, yeah, it was such a like, they thought they were doing a big brain reveal.
Yeah.
And it was so nothing.
It was like, it's something that anybody would have thought of. Like, we had to pull Ratcatcher out to the front lines so we could shoot his staff. Cool.
Yeah, that's it. Like, the next time you see Ratcatcher, you were probably going to do that anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
you could have also just shot him in the fucking head. Like, just shot, like shooting the staff means nothing. Even Ratcatcher's like, you just missed the golden opportunity. It's like, yeah, man, if you just shot him in the head, same thing.
Yeah, the staff would have stopped working, I'm sure. Or then shoot the staff.
Yeah.
So yeah, bad, boring show.
So boring.
Do you know there are other superhero anime? There's a lot of Marvel anime.
You know what we should watch?
Tell me.
The Superman one. Superman and Pals or something.
Yeah, you were talking about that.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. It looks like fun.
It does look like fun.
It's like him.
Huey from The Boys voices Superman.
Jack Quaid?
Yeah, Jack Quaid is Superman.
That's crazy.
I know. That's the only medium in which Jack
Quaid could ever be Superman? Yeah, absolutely. You know he's dating the VP from The Boys, right? You don't watch The Boys, do you?
I do.
You do?
Yeah.
The VP?
Who blows up people's heads?
Yep. They're dating in real life.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
What a layup
What
for
a
Jack
pull
Quaid.
for Jack Quaid, dude. Fucking listen, hey, when you grow up with Denzel Quaid as your father. What the fuck
Dennis
is it?
Quaid.
Dennis Quaid.
You had it.
I was close. When you grow up with Dennis Quaid as your father, dude, I guess you learn a little bit of rizzing. So Suicide Squad, boring. I'm going to keep watching it and we're going to keep talking about it, but boring. You want to talk about My Hero?
Yeah. Okay. I was going to say nothing happened, but one exact thing happened.
One exact thing happened, and that was Jiro losing her ear.
Pretty wild.
Yeah.
Spoilers, I guess. But we should have established what episode.
I guess. 100.
I know, that's what makes it. It's the one after the Todoroki's fight.
Yes.
But that was pretty cool. I like that Jiro lost her ear.
Yeah.
Briefly, I thought she was going to die, or someone would.
Not the only person who's going to get mangled.
Good.
Pretty much everybody gets mangled in the next, what will be 10-ish episodes.
Yeah, that was pretty horrific. It was silly that anytime a show that doesn't have laser beams in it
Adds laser beams?
adds a laser like 200 episodes in, I'm like, are we out of powers now? Is that what this is?
Yeah.
other than naval laser, but like he's not really a thing.
Like he's not like relevant, and like his whole thing nowadays is just like he like the invisible girl whose name I forget every single time can bend his laser through her.
Exactly.
It's like a whole thing.
But
that is cool. Her blocking the, it's like a sonic attack. That's why she's able to block it. Her flying on the back of Tokoyami's back is really, really cool. Hawks, great episode for him.
Yeah.
He like, you don't realize that he has like a legitimately very cool power until you see him in combat and you're like, oh, I guess like sentient feathers would be kind of sick.
Yeah, his powers are very cool. Have you noticed that his ability to fly is not at all tied to him having wings?
Yeah. Like, because even when he has like
crazy.
Even when he has the tiniest little wings, they still, because like I guess technically it's just the feathers carrying him.
Yeah.
Right. He's like directing. At least if he has like one feather, he can carry himself in the air.
Oh yeah, I guess so, because he can manipulate them.
Yeah. Because like remember when Endeavor was fighting against the Nomu and he sent like a bunch of feathers into the building and snagged everybody? Yeah. He only needs like one feather for one person. So as long as he has one feather, he should be able to fly.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Because, there are moments where he's just idly flying and his wings aren't flapping.
Oh, welcome to MHA. Do you not remember the Stars and Stripes fight when the B-2 bombers were just floating? Do you not remember this? The entirety?
I forgot that jets just stopped midair.
There were like all of the B-2 bombers, like the entire Stars and Stripes. And it's like this in the manga as well, where like they'll just sit there and Stars and Stripes will be on top of a bomber, like across from Shigaraki, and it'll just float in the fucking air.
At each
and
other.
I was like, hey, technically there is jets that can do that, but they need propulsion jets that go downwards.
Yeah, that's so funny.
Yeah, and then they'll fly in a circle this way, side to side. Like when they all shoot the lasers, right? They're not getting closer.
Yeah.
Like when they all shoot a laser into Shigaraki, none of them are getting closer. They're all just like in a continuous circle.
No one's gonna like this bit from you. Did you see the comments when you talked about the nuke in Kaiju number 8?
That airburst nukes are technically deadlier? Yeah, they are.
Yeah, all the comments were like, what are you, a fucking nuclear engineer? Just watch the anime, idiot. People were so mad for no reason.
I have a master's degree in science. You have to take a fair amount of physics, and also, that's common fucking knowledge.
It's so funny to me when, like, we will break down an episode of an anime. People will be like, just fucking watch the show. What do you, like, how do you think content happens?
Yeah.
Like,
it was just like, what would we do if like we didn't break it down? We'd be like, Kaiju number 8.
I know.
Good job.
I think
MHA. Like, what the fuck are we supposed to do if we don't talk about it?
I think there's a misunderstanding that, like, if we weren't doing this podcast, we wouldn't be, like, there's a misunderstanding that people think that we are just, like, nitpicking every single episode, but it's because each week we have to talk about the episode, so we break it down more than the average person.
Yeah.
But if I'm just like watching, if I have homework and I watched like 86, I'm just letting every episode like wash over me.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not like, oh, well, episode 3 was a fucking disaster. But because I have to talk about episode 3 this week, and that's the main event of this week, I gotta talk about how good the episode was.
I miss 86.
Yeah.
You
read the light novels.
You brought up a good anime, and then I was like,
it's been so long since we've seen one of those.
So long since we saw a good anime. Dude, I was on TikTok the other day, as I do. I was at a silly, quirky little thing called TikTok, who does that. And this guy was like, oh man, we're heading into like an anime, like a manga dark period for Shonen Jump right now. And it's because MHA is going to be over in a month, basically. Yeah, it's going to end August 5th. So we have 4 more chapters of MHA. And then JJK is also supposed to end this year. And so soon, 2 of the biggest mangas on Earth are just going to be kaput, gone. And so they're like, oh, we're heading into like a period similar to what happened after Dragon Ball ended. And like for Shonen Jump, like when like the biggest things that we had to hold on to was like Dragon Ball Slam Dunk and something else ended all at the same time. What?
Just love, like, what are we gonna do without more Slam Dunk?
It's a very popular. It's a very popular manga, especially. Well, it was like the 80s, but like it's like 3 very big mangas all like ended at the same time, and there was like a lull in manga basically until the big 3 picked it back up, and so they were like, oh, I think it's gonna be like Sakamoto Days, but like the Dawn to Dawn isn't on Shonen Jump, so it's like Sakamoto Days, Blue
Lock?
Nope.
Exorcist.
No.
Blue Exorcist is coming back.
It's anime is coming back. It's manga is coming back. Blue. I don't know.
True Blue Vortex?
No, actually, Blue Exorcist is still releasing chapters. It released a chapter July 3rd.
Oh, Blue Exorcist. Fucking
Yeah.
give it up to the homies.
Oh, I be exercising.
Pour one out for the.
Chainsaw Man dropped a new chapter. Let's go.
Well, I was gonna say, I think people are just being dramatic. Like
Probably.
I'm getting so
People. Dramatic. Blue box. That's what it is.
I don't even know.
It's apparently all I know is a badminton guy falls for a basketball girl. Do these sports cross lovers have a chance? It has 155 chapters.
Ugh.
That's almost as much as Chainsaw Man. That is.
Listen, I'm telling you,
Just kiss.
you get fucking Gachiakuta on Viz,
Dude.
on Shonen Jump.
Oh my God. I forgot to tell you. I read the first volume.
Yeah?
It's incredible.
Yeah?
So
Are you lying to me?
No, it's great.
Yeah.
It's so good.
I know.
It is literally just the trash man.
It's the trash
I'm the trash. I go out on stage. I pour trash all over the ring, and then I start eating garbage.
It's trash punk.
Dude, it is crazy.
Yeah.
That girl who he has a crush on, who then like turns it up on him, is like, wow, I can't believe you murdered your father. Bitch, hater, killer.
Yeah.
I want her dead. Love that it's a revenge story. Love that there's garbage everywhere. NG, my God, could he get it?
Oh yeah.
And then we were on the beach in Hawaii, and I brought my little bookie book.
Yeah.
And Dorothy was taking pictures for Instagram for like her company, and I was like, I'm gonna read my little bookie book because like it was like Dorothy was like, come take photos of me, and I was like, yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
And then she was like, I need to edit these, so I was like, I have time to read. And it's great. I want the second volume.
Yeah.
How many chapters are out? It's not on Shonen Jump.
It's nowhere. The volumes are coming out at a snail's pace in America, but it's on like volume 12 in Japan. It's like cooking, or like 9, I think. But
That's 120 chapters if it's on 12.
I have volume 2, so I'll bring that.
Nice.
I'm so glad you like it. The art's so good.
It's so good.
His power's so fun.
Is it getting an anime? Have we ever confirmed that?
Yeah,
or
Bones.
we just... Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and that was your reaction.
Yeah, I forgot.
But so, and it also had like booths at Anime Expo.
You took
I was the trash man.
You were the trash man. You went and did a little posing with it.
Yeah.
Not the only photo you sent me this week.
What I send you?
You sent me another shirtless photo last night.
Yeah, well, you were asking for it.
Oh boy, was I not. You know, Instagram has the function where it'll blur a photo if somebody sends it to you. If I could instill that on our conversations, that'd be great.
Nick was like, I miss you. And so I was like, let me give daddy what he wants.
Danny sent me what can only be described as either the worst R&B cover you've ever seen or like, man, a Hinge third photo.
It's me and my swimmies.
It's you and your swimmies. You put the phone on the ground. I'm assuming you use the timer function. You hit a pose in your own backyard. I see you guys got backyard furniture.
Yeah.
That's nice. I'm sure that's never been used. Yeah, that's what I figured.
I was swimming in my swimmies.
Were you swimming? Were you actually swimming?
Yeah.
We might actually have to use your pool for a video here coming up. We tried walking on water, and you have the only pool that is privately owned. And so, yeah, no, you kind of look like, I'm going to be real with you. You kind of doing like a little David pose.
David.
Like as in like David, like.
The statue of
David.
Let's go.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
I can micro penis included.
Yeah, you're welcome for that.
Yeah.
For all that.
So I did miss you yesterday.
Yeah.
And you immediately deduced why I missed you. Because you're the only person in my life I currently don't want to strangle to death. Yeah. And so that was a very good, very quick synopsis of everything going on in my life. But Gachiakuta fucks.
It's so good. Also found out
they do need to change the name though.
Yeah.
You just can't pitch Gachiakuta. You just can't fucking pitch it. Oh, hey man, watch Gachiakuta. Not gonna do it. How do I spell that?
Yeah, no, exactly.
Naruto, easy. One Piece, English.
They need like, it's tough though. Would you say the same about Jujutsu Kaisen though?
You mean sorcery fight?
Well, that's the problem.
You mean motherfucking sorcery fight?
That's the problem, is if you switch it to like Trash Land.
What does it mean?
Call it Dead Man Trash Land.
Oh, fucking stop reminding me of good anime. Yeah. God damn it.
But I found out it's also written by a woman.
Is it actually?
Which is why it's good.
Let's go.
Yeah, it's like the Soul Eater mangaka's apprentice. But I'm so in love with it.
Gachiakuta literally means serious trash garbage. Serious trash. Serious trash is a fucking sick manga name.
Serious trash.
Dude, serious trash is a sick manga name. I would also see that banned in a heartbeat.
Yeah,
serious
for sure.
garbage.
Serious trash, yeah.
Serious trash or serious garbage?
Serious. It's all hard for me to say.
Yeah, right. Serious Snape.
Yeah, serious trash. I feel like has some good alliteration to it because it's got a lot S and SH.
Is a better band name than it is a manga
serious
name.
Garbage. Yeah.
Fuck.
But
I'm gonna start calling Jujutsu Kaisen Sorcery.
Sorcery Fight.
I'm gonna absolutely
let's do it.
Just to piss people off.
Season 3 comes out. We won't call it
dude,
JJK.
I'm stoked for Sorcery Fight Season 3.
SF.
Oh, dude, SF.
SF.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm so glad you like Gachiakuta. Do you agree that it has like market appeal? Like, do you agree with everything I was saying?
It's a revenge story. He's got a cool power. Like, he can like take over items. It's unique. The art style is fucking awesome. Engie looks sick. The character design's cool. Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah.
I like the idea. It's also very, what's the Fallout where there's the Cloud City? Not the Fallout, the
Bioshock
with the Cloud City.
It is a little Bioshock,
it's like that, and I'm like, that one is my favorite Bioshock. And 2, like I just love the concept of like a floating utopian city that's actually a fucking nightmare.
Yeah, it's very cool. But yeah, no, I mean, that's what I was saying though, where like there's so much like the second something ends or like second any direction in the wind changes, there's 40 TikToks of people being like, manga is dead, no more manga.
Yeah.
And it's like, there's so much manga still running out there.
Yeah.
Gachakuta's great. It's not on Shonen, I'll admit, and agree with, but like Chainsaw Man's still coming out.
Boruto's still coming out.
Boruto's coming out. Yeah. One Piece is still coming out. Blue Exorcist.
People are like, One Piece is in its last saga. One Piece is going to be over soon.
Yeah, One Piece is in the last decade-long saga.
Dude, everyone's like, oh, we're now in like basically Oda was like, we're now finally getting to the One Piece. Like, he's like, this is like, I don't think it's ever actually explicitly said this is the final saga. He's like, we're now like, this is when we're getting to the One Piece, basically. One Piece will be around in its manga form for at least another 5 years. In its anime form,
forever.
10.
I mean, a remake's coming out, so forever.
That's the thing. Like, the One Piece is going to take 30 years, probably. Yeah. Like, maybe like 20 years, I'd say. For like them to adapt, it will end up probably being 15 to 1,600 chapters in wit quality animation. If they decide to do the whole thing, will take no less than 15 years.
Yeah. Can I, real quick?
Yeah.
I was like, I knew I had 2 cold opens. Can I tell you a story about Anime Expo?
Okay, we got nothing else to talk about except for the fact that some people didn't like the Demon Slayer episode.
Yeah, so, I have an Anime Expo story that was very funny. So you know how they have those, like, little coves in the exhibition hall where you can get, like, chicken tenders or burgers and stuff like that? You can get
your, like, cup of soda, like your refillable cup of soda.
Yeah.
Dude, those people make bank.
Oh,
the cream soda people. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, cream soda specifically.
Well, it's like that's what they do. It's like cream soda, and everyone walks around with the little mugs.
Yeah, no, dude, here's a tip. If you're at an Anime Expo ever, those little coves are the place to eat. Like, it's just chicken tenders and burgers and stuff like that.
Don't go out to the food trucks. You will be in the sun for an hour and a half.
You'll be baked into oblivion, and the lines are so long.
Or just bring food. Just bring food too.
Yeah. You'll be in and out of these little side coves so quickly. You'll have like decent chicken tenders, awful waffle fries. I don't like waffle fries though, so I'm a bad critic.
But you are also the #1 chicken tender guy. You need to realize you are a bias.
I'm keeping it in business, baby.
Yeah.
They're good tendies. I like them.
You ever had a bad tendy? That's the last thing. Whenever you ever eat a chicken tender, you're like, oh, yeah.
No, I like them all.
It's the easiest thing you can make on.
I was almost the same way with pizza, and then I moved to LA.
What do you mean?
Where I was like, you can't fuck up a pizza. Pizza's pizza.
You really can't. Like,
you can.
You can't fuck up a pizza.
It's pretty not great.
I've had bad pizza. The only bad pizza I've ever had is like microwavable pizza.
Yeah.
I've never eaten like a pizza that was like cooked in an oven and been like, oh, yuck. DiGiorno's, delicious.
I'm like,
Domino's, delicious.
It's just weighing on me. I like a Domino's. I'm into it.
Pizza Hut?
I wish there was some East Coast equivalent.
You want New York pizza.
Yeah,
there is.
What? Where?
I can bring you to a couple places.
Please. Let's do a little pizza extravaganza.
We'll go to a pizza date.
I'm down.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I'm at Anime Expo. I'm in one of these coves. I get my chicken tenders.
You're hounding tendies.
I'm so excited to house chicken tenders. I get them, and I can't find the ketchup anywhere. Oh, no. And so I keep looking around. I keep looking around, and I would never. Simply never.
There's not enough flavor in there.
It's too dry.
Yeah.
It's simply too dry. So I'm walking around, and I keep being like, do you know where the ketchup is? People keep giving me conflicting information. So I'm all over the
Nobody
place.
knows where the ketchup is.
But every time I do, I swear to God, I run into someone. I'm like, do you know where the ketchup is? And they're like, yeah, are you Danny Motta? And so then I'm like, oh, I am. Thank you so much. And
Yeah, but right now I'm the guy who needs fucking ketchup, all right?
I'm Mr. Where's my fucking ketchup?
Yeah.
And so we take a photo.
If you want to be a real fan, crush some goddamn tomatoes, all right?
Yeah, just hand him a tomato I brought.
Yeah, like, do this, find sugar, you got it.
But so I'm like, I take a photo with them. I finally find the ketchup. And I'm like, I get my little ketchup cup, like a little Wendy's cup, do a pump. Are you Danny Motta? And I'm like, oh, thank you so much. Put the cup down, turn around, take a photo, take the ketchup, pump. Are you Danny Motta? Another photo. I get 6 pumps each time someone recognizes me.
6 pumps is usually all I get too.
Well,
Yeah. Oh, can't do that on Twitter.
But
was that in the podcast? Was that pre-podcast?
no one's gonna get that.
Yep.
But I do 6 pumps. I take 6 selfies with people. Finally, I turn around. I do my final 7th pump. I have enough ketchup in my thing. I look down. My chicken tenders are gone. They've been stolen. My $15 chicken tenders.
Somebody scooped your tenders?
Gone.
Dude, you know what it was? It was a long con by all the people who took a photo with you to steal your food.
It was a distraction.
I bet you one of them knew who you were. They're like, that's Danny Motta. Look at that rubious fool trying to get some fucking ketchup right now. Let's go ahead. Everybody go take a photo with him and then just stealing tenders one at a time.
Look at that absolute chump. The whole tray was gone.
The whole
little basket was gone. I'm just standing there with 7 pumps of ketchup and a bunch of selfies floating out in the ether.
You know, in one of those selfies, you probably could have caught your culprit.
Yeah,
Dude.
Once they release, you fuckers get ready because I'm gonna track
Everybody
this shit
who
down.
had a photo with Danny Motta at Anime Expo, release that. We're gonna find your chicken tender stealer.
Yeah.
It's just been tragedy after like food related tragedy. At least nobody was like, look at this fucking bozo this time around. I know you're tight. Oh,
What
Danny.
a disaster.
I
thought, I didn't even know you were talking
you-
about the milkshake. I thought you were talking about it Comic Palooza, where the fucking waitress came over and took my food while I was eating it and threw it out. And then did the same with my dessert.
fuck, I forgot about that. Oh, have we ever told that story?
I don't think so.
We were at Comic Palooza. We were eating with Danny's mods and a couple of friends. And Danny's a really slow eater. He's just like, well, one, we're talking.
Chatty.
We're entertaining. You know, it's
Yeah.
me and Danny. We're entertaining, and so we're chatting. And so Danny's like talking to everybody. He's the last to finish his food. So the waitress comes by, and Danny still has fork and knife in hand, like full fork and knife in hand. And she just goes yoink, takes like a good amount of food left on it, and he just like kind of like, and like, well, nobody really notices anything until Danny like chimes into our conversation because we're all just chatting and goes, she took my food with the utensils in hand.
I have the fork.
Yeah, and then I was like, well,
I have like,
hey.
I'm like a meatball on my fork.
Yeah. And it was like, oh, we'll get dessert, we'll be full. And like, so once again, everybody finishes dessert or like finishes as much dessert as they can. Danny's still going to work. Same waitress comes by, scoops him by, steals his dessert again. I think she's just housing your shit.
Just hated me.
Yeah.
Just hated my
You
shit.
need to.
What?
You need to crash out or something. Like you either need to shoot somebody publicly or get on steroids. Like fucking, you can't keep getting disrespected like this, Danny. You need to crash out.
Yeah, I gotta fucking show some people.
You gotta fucking like you were like the level of disrespect over the last couple of weeks I would not stand. All right, let's talk about Kaiju number 8 here. I think the last episode.
I don't think anything happened.
Nobody wants me the way you do. What do you mean nothing happened?
What happened in this one?
Fucking Kafka fights ECL.
Fights? Which one's that?
The general director, Kikuro's father.
Oh yeah. Well, he stops. Yeah. Oh, wow. I watched it a while ago. Then.
Yeah, I mean, it was like last week.
He yeah. So he overpowers. He almost kills the girl's dad.
Yeah.
And then overpowers the kaiju form of himself
And
rips
punches
out
a hole in his own
core.
chest. Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to see this fight without dimming because my God, was it dim?
It didn't seem crazy to
Oh,
me.
it was so dim.
It's not like JJK levels of ghosting and shit.
It wasn't ghosting, it was dimming.
Yeah, that's tough.
MHA and Kaiju number 8 have been dimming the hell out of their seasons.
MHA's always been real bad with the dimming.
Because like they're like, oh, like everybody's got fire abilities or ice abilities. Like they use people with bright abilities, and then they're like, we gotta dim this shit. And it's like, hey man, I don't fucking have a rock or something. Like make the Todoroki's other half a rock if we're so worried about giving people seizures here.
I don't think the mangaka was considering the
like
dimming.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. I don't know. Fucking fire and ice is a basic ass ability like layout anyways. Absolutely nuts fight though. Like really cool fight. Isao just like clicking his hands together and throwing like shockwave punches will not be cool.
Yeah, his suit is so sick.
It's so sick.
It's great.
He's got such a cool fucking upgrade. The numbered weapons, which we've now seen, or no, we haven't seen another one, but the numbered weapons are probably my favorite part of this entire IP. Like them, like, having their like, you know, like Kaiju number 2 weapon, Kaiju number 1 weapon, Kaiju number 10 weapon, those kinds of things are all really awesome.
I wish they were more defined in what the power is, you know?
I guess.
Because when you think about
like number 2, the one that Isao has is shockwaves.
Right.
And that's kind of like, it's like shockwaves. And then like also like you can reach 100%. But like, you know how they're always talking like, do on like maximum like unleashed output kind of thing. And Mina's is like 96. Hoshina's is 92 kind of thing. Like you can hit only like really 100 with a numbered weapon.
Does Hoshina have a numbered weapon or no?
No.
Good. Got you. But Mina does.
No.
I thought her big axe thing.
That's Kikuru, Shinomiya, and that is not, no. So everybody, so you know how most people have like the rifles and the pistols? Only platoon leaders, which exist above officers in rank, get actual weapons.
Gotcha.
So Mina's railgun, Hoshina's swords, and then Kikuru's axe are like manufactured weapons, but they're not identified weapons.
I thought the axe is.
No. There is...
What's the other one I've seen then?
You've only seen 2.
What's the other one? The suit and what?
That's it. Like, Isao has the only identified weapon yet. There'll be more in the future.
You said I've seen 2.
2, as in number 2. Like
this conversation sucks.
Like Kaiju number 2. Like Kaiju number 2 was the person who killed Kikuru's mother back in the 70s in Sapporo. And so Isao was like involved in the cutting down of this monster, and now he has the identified weapon, which is Kaiju number 2's identified weapon.
Got you.
Gotcha?
Got you.
Yeah.
Gachiakuta.
I know. Oh, we're getting that Kuda for sure.
Yeah, good fight though.
People are upset with Kaiju number 8, and they're finally coming around to my fucking point, Danny. They're fucking. Oh, Danny, the way they strung me up weeks, months ago, and now everybody agrees with Nick. Because you know what, Danny? I have the fucking balls to say something before somebody else does. All right, because I am the trendsetter, not the trend follower. Okay, listen. Gen, you know, the guy with pink hair that came onto the scene, and everyone's like, "Oh my god!" Like he stops the fight against Isao. He's got like the big long spear weapon kind of thing. He's the strongest guy in the universe. He's A1. He's the captain of Division 1.
What's his name? Gen.
Gen Nakamori, I believe. So I want you to look. Gen Narumi is his name. I want you to look up Gen. Just look him up, actually. Look him up.
He fucking looks like the protagonist of Gachiakuta. I'm not just name dropping again, but he does look like.
But that's an incredibly attractive man, right?
Really cool looking.
Like super cool design. He's got white hair, but it's like white pinkish. It's never really been like confirmed to be pink, right? It's always been kind of white. It's like a white and black mix. He's got one of the coolest, if not the coolest design in the entirety of the manga. And a lot of that is contingent on the fact that he has these really special eyes. Like he's got like eyes that when he
they're
like
crosses.
Yeah, really fucking cool, right?
He's like that like queen or princess woman in Fire Force.
Mimosa? No, not Mimosa.
It might be Hinata.
Hinata. It's either Hinata or Hinabi.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. So, and now go ahead and look at his anime form for me.
Trying to find it, I can't.
There it is. Is that not fucking awful?
It looks like an artichoke. How'd you do that?
They for some reason gave him spiky pink hair, didn't give him the cross eyes, mind you, just red eyes. In the manga, his like the different coloration in his hair is kind of like sparse. It's not the whole front. It's like certain sections are white, certain sections are black. When he's like serious, his hair goes up. When he's not serious, his hair goes down kind of thing. Like it's standing on end. And people are pissed about this.
Yeah, it looks bad.
It looks bad.
It's not as like wavy.
Yep.
You know?
It's just they took all the detail out of his face. They took all of like the life out of his hair. They made it super pink when like most of the colorized manga panels barely make it pink at all. Like it's like mostly white. And it's just a really, really bad look. And finally, now for the first time, people are like at least coming out in mass and being like, I think a lot of this show looks really good. The character design is awful.
Yeah.
Like, people are so upset about Gen not looking good because, like, Gen is, like, everyone's favorite character outside of Hoshina. And everybody is now in agreement that the only character that looks even remotely good is Hoshina.
Yeah.
Everybody else is, like, massacred. Kikuru looks fine. Mina looks fine. The women look fine. But all of the men look awful.
They're all so dull looking.
Yes.
Like...
And they're just not in the manga. Like, it's not the manga or the IP's fault.
Yeah.
It's the fault of the animators.
I saw the, I was looking in the Reddit comments and seeing what people thought about it. And yeah, they just like, everyone's jawline is fucked. They took like the hard edges out of everybody. Everyone looks like they're like inflated.
Yes. Everybody looks like bloated. Everyone looks bloated or like they drank too much water or something. Like, it's not, they just look like Fortnite skins. And finally, Danny, I feel as though on my third day I shall rise. I've pushed the rock out of the way. And you might have crucified me for making that point months ago, but now my soldiers ride at dawn.
Is that a Jesus quote?
Yeah, it's me. I'm Jesus. I'm Jesus. I'm the Jesus of Kaiju number 8.
I remember Jesus rising on the third day. I don't remember him saying, my soldiers will ride at dawn.
Yeah, it's what they do now. It's like they yell at like, you know, like people at cons and all that. That's their soldiers riding. Uh-oh.
I heard.
Uh-oh. So yeah, they absolutely massacred Gen, and now everybody's finally coming around to my point, which is very vindicating for me.
Yeah. But most importantly, the Muppet Show that I'm specifically talking about.
We're talking about the Muppets. Sorry, one of our cameras died.
Is from 2015. There was one season, and
Naturally.
it's The Office. It's The Office, but with the Muppets. Oh, you know what? These people don't know what the hell I'm talking about. This all happened off camera too.
No, this didn't happen off camera.
Did it?
No, we're good.
I thought it was while you were over here.
You were trying to figure out what the name of the show was. I don't remember.
Anyway,
Muppets.
I fucking love the Muppets. Everybody's always like, "Oh, the Muppets are whatever.
Weird hill to die on.
The Muppets are fine.
I don't
Who cares?
I don't even have opinions about the Muppets. Dude, like, that's the thing.
The Muppet Show. That's what I'm saying. That's so fucked. That's so fucking ignorant of you.
That I don't have opinions on the Muppets.
Yes.
I was terrified of Sesame Street growing up. That's the same thing, right?
They're different. They're so fucking
the
different.
The Muppets and the Sesame Street are different.
Yeah, sometimes they cross over, but they're not the same.
They feel the same.
The Muppets had a show in 2015. It was a ripoff of The Office.
Okay.
And it was primarily about them running the Muppet Show.
Gotcha.
But the main source of conflict was that there was this hot pig secretary, and Kermit was so into her because Miss Piggy was an absolute bitch to him, and he deserved a little better. Not saying that gives him the right to cheat on Miss Piggy.
Oh, they were married.
They were married.
Define absolute bitch for me, Danny. Let's go down this hole here for me. Listen, I'll get in your
If
foxhole.
you knew Miss Piggy.
I'd get in your foxhole right now.
Yeah?
Yeah, we roasting this pig?
Miss Piggy is the worst. She's always flirting with Josh Groban on the show.
It's fair.
She is always yelling at Kermit. She's always demanding things of him. She's never listening to him.
Okay.
Meanwhile, this hot piece of pig.
I'm going to look up this hot piece of pig. What
Yeah,
should I Google?
Hot pig?
Hot
The
pig.
Muppets. Let me see.
Muppets.
The Muppets.
Sitcom.
Hot pig.
Pigs, Muppets Wiki. Oh my God.
Don't look up Hot Pig in the Muppets.
Oh boy.
This is not her.
Is this her? Is that her?
No,
the one in the
that's
bikini?
not her.
Oh man, people want to fuck
This is a
these
mistake.
pigs.
The Muppets pig secretary?
You know what? I'm going to come out and say it here. I assume that a lot of people would probably say that Miss Piggy's one of my hear me outs.
Brunette pig flame. What is this bitch's name?
Couldn't do it. Couldn't do it.
Denise. Look up Denise.
Denise?
Yeah.
Like DENISE.
ISE.
Denise.
Yeah, you know, like a
Muppets?
pig name.
Yeah, that's as pig as it gets. Oh.
Yeah.
What? Oh, you know, okay. You know what?
What?
Danny, you know what?
What? Yeah?
Yeah.
Denise isn't even a hear me out, dude.
Yo, Denise could get it.
Denise fucks, dude.
Denise could absolutely get it. Denise has got like cute little eyes. Her nose isn't nearly as big as Miss Piggy's.
No.
That's kind of my big hang up with Miss Piggy is that I couldn't get past how incredibly large her nose is.
That schnoz.
Yeah, no, man. Yeah. Denise could absolutely. Listen, you know what? I don't want to side with Kermit on this one, but I can understand where he's coming from.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. She's a looker.
She's a looker.
But anyway, so yeah, she's the
Let me make that pig squeal.
She's the we gotta get Denise on Denise, you know?
Yeah, baby. All four of them? Muppets are
stands up.
Yeah, I don't know.
You're just looking at her.
She's a pig.
You're just fucking looking at her. She wears a dress.
She does. Well, I mean, you saying a pig can't wear a dress?
No.
Yeah, I think a pig can wear a dress. How dare you?
But anyway, she's the primary source of temptation. And it rips, dude. It's so funny.
Sounds like Josh Groban's one of the primary sources of temptation.
Yeah, for Miss Piggy, for sure. At one point, Imagine Dragons is on the show.
What haven't they done?
It's so good. I love that show.
Do you know the name of the show? We're talking about, I love
The Muppets from 2015.
Oh, it's called The Muppets.
Yeah.
It's like they literally Fast and Furious did it.
Criminally low amount of
Okay,
episodes.
can we stop talking about the Muppets now and talk about the thing that everybody wants us to talk about, but we haven't talked about for the last hour and 15 minutes?
We're done with Kaiju.
Yep.
Demon Slayer.
You'll find it. There you go. What
What'd
are
you
people
think?
upset about?
I keep seeing TikToks, and it's so annoying, of people being like, Demon Slayer's animation isn't actually good. It's just the CG effects. Like, if you rip away all of the special effects, what's the Guillaume?
What about him?
Is that his name?
The Stone Hashira?
Yeah.
Yes. Guillaume.
They're like, if you rip away all the special effects, what he's doing, like, isn't really that well animated at all.
Do they mean
Shut up.
choreographed?
Yeah, they're like the 2D part of it, because there is so much CG in Demon Slayer.
Yeah, it's really good.
Like all the sparks and everything. Yeah.
That's animation.
Yeah.
CG is it's animation.
Yeah.
So if you were like, oh, it's not well animated because of the CG is the good, but that's still animation.
That's true. They're more talking about like what the characters are doing. You know,
They're talking about choreo. They're talking about choreography. Though.
They're
not talking about animation. They're talking about choreography.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, kind of, because it's like, it's a lot of, I will say the Guillaume fight is very similar to the Tengen fight.
Yeah.
Where it's just his
Because he also
arms waving about.
Well, he also uses a chain weapon.
Yeah.
Like, that's like, oh, yes, I understand where that's coming from, but like, they are the only two Hashira that use chain weapons, and therefore they're the only two Hashira who fight like that.
Yeah. It's just such a anything. It's such a
Brain dead
non-opinion.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, does it look good? Cool. Then it's well animated.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? People are like pulling up. I saw one dude being like, no, if you look at this scene from Space Dandy, you'll see that this just paces it. It just circles Demon Slayer. And it's like, not really. Who's fucking watching Space Dandy?
You just prefer a different artistic style.
Yeah.
Like, you just prefer like straight up drawn.
Yeah, it looks great. Like Demon Slayer, even when you rip away all the special effects, still is very well animated. Still looks great. And I saw people being like, it was funny because I saw one that was like, you know, fucking Zoomers nowadays just want animation where you can't even see what's going on. Like, they think if you can't see what's going on, that means it's good animation. Bitch, if you watch Dragon Ball,
that's the entire point of Dragon Ball.
So much of Dragon Ball is just like
a dust
boom,
cloud.
boom, boom. Yeah.
It's a dust cloud, and then also it's like line. They've done that forever. One Piece does it. Dragon Ball does it. One Punch Man does it. Naruto doesn't actually really do it all that much.
Sometimes. There's some of it.
They're
not that fast.
If I could die on the hill for Naruto one time, it's literally just Naruto's choreography is the greatest out of any anime ever. And there is definitely times where you see like a clash a couple of times, but like usually you'll see what people are up to.
Better than JJK, you'd say?
In terms of choreography?
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. Naruto's choreography is and Boruto's choreography are next level.
Yeah, they are pretty great.
Like, and that's like the problem with Shippuden that a lot of people, like a lot of Naruto purists, like thought about was the fact that it got away from that choreography. It got into like chakra mechs and all that, which didn't require the choreography required of like a taijutsu fight, which is why Kichimoto's brought it back in Boruto.
That's the issue with Dragon Ball too, honestly, is that it started as like a martial arts thing.
Yeah.
And then now it's
that required like actual hard input, and now you can just fire lasers at each other.
Yeah.
It's easier. And I can kind of understand why a mangaka would want to do that, because like drawing frames of like a well choreographed fight in a manga is probably the hardest fucking thing you could ever do. But like, it's absolutely insane to me. So I guess I personally thought this was one of the greatest fights. I thought this was one of the best episodes of Demon Slayer we've ever gotten.
I disagree.
You
about that.
disagree.
The fight's so short. And it's just the Tengen
But it's about the context of, it's not just the Tengen fight.
Tengen.
It's simply just not the Tengen fight. The Tengen fight is two people doing swirlies. Also, like, the scene of Guillaume just smoking Muzan's head and eviscerating it was awesome. So no, I thought this was an incredible episode. Like the context, like of Muzan 1, like the blood thistles going into his body and him being stuck there by Amane. Is that her name? Amane?
No, it was Lady Tamayo.
Yeah, Lady Tamayo. That's who it is.
Oh, look, I liked it. I very much liked the episode. Definitely best of the season.
Oh, for
hands down.
Low fucking bar.
I don't want anyone to be like, I'm shitting on it. Mm-hmm. As a podcast,
yeah,
I'll hit you with the devil advocate bits.
Okay.
Okay? Because I did enjoy it. The first half goes on forever.
The, like, them talking to Muzan about how they're going to defeat him kind of thing, and everyone being like, I like, remembered how to say master because every Hashira said it.
Yeah.
Like, Oyo Kutsama, I believe is something that's like, Oyo Kutsama, Oyo Kutsama, Oyo Kutsama, and they're all just running towards the mansion. The beginning of the episode is fucking crazy.
The explosion?
Stank sent a very funny text where he was like, I don't believe that was animation. They definitely just nuked a small mansion because I've never seen animation like that in an anime before.
Yeah.
Like outside of the context of like Love, Death, and Robots, where it's like really the only place you see that, like, remember how good Halo 2 looked when it first came out? Like even the remastered Halo 2 looked like real. That's kind of the
I was
feeling.
like 4 when Halo 2 came out.
That's simply not true.
Yeah.
You were 4. What year did Halo 2 come out? You don't remember the
2005.
Halo 2 campaign? When you were like, oh, dude, the Halo 2 came out in 2004.
Yeah, I was 5. I was 5 years old. What do you mean? You remember the feeling when Halo 2 came out?
It was Halo 2 remastered, which I think came out in when we were 12 or 13.
I was like in high school.
The feeling of looking at that animation and being like, that's insane is the only ever been elicited to me, one, while watching Love, Death, and Robots, and right then in that scene where I'm like, that's fucking real.
That was sick. That was
the
really
scene
cool.
of the fire erupting under Muzan's feet. Awesome. How about the head of the Demon Slayers just signing up his children for death?
That was also... I love the concept that the Demon Slayer core is kind of fucked. Mm-hmm. They don't really play into it enough, but like I love the idea that they're not like completely morally good. Like a lot of them are fucked individually. The concept itself is pretty fucked, but it's a necessary fucking.
Yeah. Like you have to let a certain amount of monster into you to defeat demons. It's like actually a big plot point right now in JJK's manga where it's like somebody has to monsterize in order to defeat cursed spirits. And I think like him, what is his name? The head of the Demon Slayers, it's something like very classically Japanese. But anyways, he he's like showing no bloodlust and being like, yeah, come on in, Muzan, like come hang out with my wife. And there's the perfect audio for it from the Simpsons where Homer's talking to Marge and he's like, Marge, if I die, I need you to do something for me. And she goes, yeah, okay. And he goes, blow up the hospital. And she's like, well, I've already agreed to it. And that's like exactly what happened right there. Just like, if Muzan gets here, kill us and our kids.
Yeah.
And she was like, well, fucking, all right, I guess.
That's your Marge?
That's the Marge here.
Yeah. I just meant your impression.
What? Oh, my homie.
That better.
Homie. That's all I can say is I can just say homie.
Yeah. No, but well, that's the thing here. Let me look up real quick. Here, Crunchyroll, start chatting. Start saying, yap.
Me yap?
Yeah, do your yap.
You're looking up a video here?
Kinda.
Okay. Outside of that, I don't know. I can understand why people would be like, oh, the chain fight is like, oh, it's basically Tengen, but like he's also using an axe and a flail, and to see the blunt force object of a flail just eviscerating Muzan's skull was great. The regeneration scene of Muzan's body was really cool. Like him like flopping on the ground after the explosion and being like, oh, we put caltrops in here to slow down my regeneration. Awesome.
Oh, that's sick. I love them trapping Muzan.
Yeah.
So you said the beginning of the episode is sick.
The beginning of like when they nuke the
with the fire explosion.
Yeah.
And I said the beginning of the episode is way too long. Mm-hmm. How far into the episode do you think it takes to get to the fire explosion?
Oh, they fully do a 3-minute recap on the 5-minute Muzan walk.
How, like at what time code do you think?
7.5 minutes.
18 minutes.
18 minutes
It
it took
happens
them?
18 minutes into the episode. The beginning is way too fucking long.
Okay, also it being a 40-minute episode and them being like, I was like, oh my God, 40 minutes, we're blessed. 33 minutes in, the episode's over.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, there's 7 minutes of credits here?
Did you watch after the credits?
Kind of. They did something with the Infinity Castle, right?
Nope.
No, what'd they do?
They do. It's really cool. I was told to watch it. So at the end of every episode, you know how they do like very low animation?
They do like the Meet the Hashira kind of thing, right?
Yeah, they do like a next time on Demon Slayer. And they're like hardly animated. Like they're little like puppets.
There's little chibis, yeah.
Little chibis. They do that. And they're like, you know, just your usual generic like, we're really gonna win, you know, fucking, it's Tanjiro being like, my favorite Hashira is Rengoku still. And then Mitsuri comes up and she's like, my favorite's also Rengoku, he's sick. And they're doing the chibi thing. And then you hear from off screen, you hear Rengoku be like, you two will give it your all and I know you'll win. And then they stop. And then it like, you know, usually it's like front facing like a puppet show. Mm-hmm. It cuts and now they're animated normally and you see like the rest of the stage, like you see like behind the scenes and they're on like a performance stage and they look down the dark hallway and they're like, was that Master Rengoku? And it's like animated normal. And then she's like, I think like we got to give it our all. And Tanjiro's like, yeah, I know we'll win this. And then it ends. And it's like really haunting and weird.
That's crazy.
It's crazy. It's like a fourth wall break.
That's kind of wild. Like, it's also kind of interesting because like we're heading into like with like the end of Demon Slayer coming and them doing the trilogy of movies. Rengoku's going to be the next focusing point. So maybe they're like trying to like do like a little hint that like Rengoku's still around, at least within the confines of the plot.
I mean, he's dead. It's his ghost.
Yeah, but they're trying to be like, oh, remember Rengoku. I think they're trying to be like, oh, you remember Rengoku? Like, he was around for a little bit and you loved him back then. So that's fucking sick, dude. That's awesome. Cool. I literally got to the part where I saw them just talking, like him talking to Mitsuri, and I was like, I'm done with this. Yeah. Because I skipped like 7 minutes forward. There was like a little scene with the Infinity Castle, and then it was like, all right, meet Mitsuri, and I was like, I don't need to watch this shit.
Speaking of the Infinity Castle, I love...
It's never not sick.
It's always sick. 100% of the time. I do love Muzan, like, just summoning them all to it, and it, like, the floor dropping below them.
Do you understand why that happened?
No.
You remember the eyeballs that were running around and they're like, we've identified 60% of the Demon Slayers?
Yeah.
They identified 100% of the Demon Slayers, which is why Muzan went.
Gotcha.
And then they were like, we're going to bring them all to the Infinity Castle so they all die.
Gotcha, right.
Yeah.
So I liked when the floor dropped below them.
No.
It was funny how that happens, and then it cuts to Genya, and he's just fucking around somewhere else.
Genya's just fucking shooting a shotgun in the woods, which is like relatable.
Just shooting targets, and then the floor drops from under him, and I'm like, poor Genya.
Yeah, he's like, I don't want to be doing this right now.
Inosuke's eating a fish, like.
Yeah. So out of everybody's entrances, did you like any, like, were you like, oh, this is the best one?
Like the Hashira?
Out of like all the people falling down, were you like, oh, this is the best entrance?
No, they're all kind of similar to me. What do you mean? Like, we're there for you?
So obviously like Inosuke does like his like smile and he throws his mask on, which is fucking awesome. And then like Zenitsu, you see him catching his sword and he puts it in his waistband and he's like completely locked in.
Yeah.
Like out of anybody's like falling into the Infinity Castle, like look, who did you like the most?
Yeah, the Inosuke one, just because I love Inosuke. Yeah. It was definitely, like, the whole thing was such a hype moment. Even just seeing all the Hashira get together while Muzan's pinned.
Yeah.
I was like, this fucks.
Yeah,
like,
spoilers ahead for the Demon Slayer manga. Skip ahead about 2.5 minutes to avoid them.
Then like all of them individually trying to use their one move against him, and then like Yome's already like so now they understand that. Do you remember, has it been like laid out what Muzan's anatomy is yet? That he has like 5 hearts and 7 brains or some shit?
No.
Okay. Like
he's got like, to me now.
He's got like 7 hearts and 5 brains and they're in a constant rotation around.
Wait, hold on. Stop saying shit.
Well, it's already been established you can't destroy, you can't kill it.
But don't tell me why.
99%.
Don't say this shit.
99% certain this has already been told to us.
I'm 100% certain it hasn't.
I am. Chat, have we been told this?
Let's see.
We've been told this, right?
They didn't say that, Nick.
They absolutely have said that. Okay, whatever. Who gives a shit?
What do you mean?
Dude, literally.
How are you an anime content creator?
The inventor of sun breathing literally cuts them up into 1,800 pieces.
That didn't happen either.
Yes, it did.
When did that happen?
You see their fight. You see him get away.
I remember vaguely the fight, but regardless, how are you an anime content creator and you're like, I don't get the big deal about spoilers?
Okay.
How have you made it this far?
About the anatomical layout of Muzan?
Yeah, no one knows why cutting his head off doesn't work. That's the whole conflict of Demon Slayer.
No, it's not.
Every fight, that's the conflict. They cut off the head, and then they go, oh, that didn't work. Guess we gotta figure out what puzzle this guy is. That's the fucking bit of the show.
I think they've said it. I think he's.
No one agrees.
They don't know. What do they know? That's right, Nick. Fight them. I don't know what he's saying. I don't know what they're saying. Who gives a shit about his anatomy?
It's the fucking point.
Read the manga.
It's the thing.
Read the manga, chat. It's
my
called
God.
Words in a Book. It's not that hard.
Holy Jiminy.
Whatever. This episode sucked. Fuck this episode. Fuck those stupid Demon Slayer Corp leader kids playing their fucking stupid paper volleyball, just getting nuked to high hell and back. Fucking my flashback this week is that Viz bought Ruby.
Who cares?
I'm sure a lot of people, that's why they bought it, Daniel.
No, they care. People love Ruby. I think Ruby looks so fucking awful.
It doesn't look good at all, but that's also because like probably Rooster Teeth was doing it.
Yeah. They had one animator. So one of their animators passed away. His name was Monty. I think he had cancer. But he was like holding everything together.
At Rooster Teeth?
Yeah, he was
Gotcha.
like great at animating action. Like really, really good. And when he died, apparently like the quality of the fights like plummeted.
Yeah.
That's all I know. That's my background.
So that's what, like you're saying, like, the death of Ruby killed Rooster Teeth.
I mean, that's
like
just
they don't
all
do red
I
and blue
know.
anymore. Didn't do red and blue anymore. Like I feel like
I think the allegations killed Rooster Teeth.
what allegations?
There's like mountains and mountains of allegations of like they were like harassing this like gay what they call her? They called her a crazy slur nickname.
Nice.
But they had like a coworker who was gay and they were like harassing the hell out of her. You know, they were sexist. It was horrible like work environment just like in terms of hours. It's just like all that had been mounting up for the past like 3 to 4 years.
I could see why they would get rid of it.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I thought it was just that like, oh, TV not going so well.
I mean, also they've been doing like Minecraft Let's Plays for the past like 12 years.
Yeah. At a certain point, you can't build a company on fucking bed wars.
I mean, it's just a tough reality that I don't think you can start being a YouTuber in your 20s and then stay relevant in your like
40s,
late 40s.
Without like being like, oh, I'm going to separate myself from the content. That's like my idea is like separate myself from the content. Hire people that are younger than me, under me, and then just like run a network, you know,
Yeah,
like fucking, or just retire.
Yeah.
Or just retire at 40 from being a YouTuber because
I know.
like have a kid and like just live off the money you've made because like, my God, could you?
Yeah.
Like if you do this shit for a decade and a half, you'll be set. You'll
Yeah.
be okay. Do you have a best boy?
What
Or a
did I say?
flashback?
Flashback news.
Yep.
The Guilty Gear anime.
Nice.
Yeah. So that's
You want to
exciting.
tell us the Hunter x Hunter news?
I can't legally.
You wanna? This won't be out till Tuesday.
So to that. These snitches.
I'll end the stream right fucking now.
Oh wait, did you tell the Discord?
Yeah.
Okay. That is happening.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. You wanna?
Do what?
You wanna tell?
Tell what?
You wanna break your NDA?
No.
You wanna break your NDA?
No. I
Come
don't.
on.
Even if I did, I wouldn't even know what I'm saying. I don't know shit about Hunter x Hunter.
Oh, he's gonna tell me after the podcast. I'm so excited. My best boy this week is you.
Yeah.
Because I love your outfit.
Thanks.
It's a great
For
shirt.
once.
It's a great shirt. Orange looks good on you.
Is this a ploy to get the audio-only listeners to watch the video?
Maybe. Yeah. Also, you got me one of the most horrifying t-shirts I've ever seen in my entire life. You got me a double XL. Me and Danny and Steven and Chris are doing a bad t-shirt swap. And so Danny got me just a horrifying can only be described as like gore t-shirt from SpongeBob, where it's just SpongeBob's intestines being ripped out. And apparently they were selling this at Target, which makes it worse in so many various capacities.
Yeah, I took 6 steps in a Target and saw that immediately.
That's what I have to do after this because Chris didn't buy Steven a t-shirt. So
you got me the worst shirt ever.
It's what sparked the idea for this video in the first place.
You got me the worst shirt in design, in texture, in color.
Wear that to your Hunter x Hunter panel. Yeah.
It's all the Care Bears.
It's all they're caring, all right.
With huge lumps.
With big old honking schmonkers, dude.
You know what? I'm glad the most attractive one is without a doubt Good Luck Bear, and he was always my favorite bear, so.
Good Luck Bear is which color? I didn't watch Care Bears either. I was a Teletubbies kid.
My dude,
I was a Teletubbies kid.
the one with the goddamn shamrock on him.
I would personally go with the one with the star or the heart one.
The one with the star?
Yeah, the one with the star, the teal one. The one
His nipples are too big.
That's not true. For a bear, Danny, his nipples are too large.
Compared to the other ones.
Oh, they're all bears.
Yeah, my guy.
They're because it's gay.
It is gay.
Yeah, it's gay as hell is what it is.
It's gay as hell.
It's got the rainbow and everything.
Yeah, you should have gotten this last month for Pride.
You would have loved it.
Yeah.
You would have loved it.
Yeah, then I would have liked it.
You always say, but now
I don't have enough Pride apparel.
I'm like
That's what I always say.
I'm taking the rainbow out of my PFP here.
Yeah.
Okay, do you have a best boy this week?
My best boy is
You don't have to have one.
My best boy is Sarah because I don't talk about her enough, and I love her, and she's coming back today.
She was still gone?
Yeah, a whole 10 days.
Holy shit.
I got no boys time into it. Sucks. This was the worst 10 days to have VidCon and this.
Oh my God. VidCon feels like weeks ago.
Yeah.
You couldn't even put up jorking numbers.
I've done nothing. I haven't jorked a single jerk.
That's crazy.
I'm hyped about it.
You're hyped about it?
I'm hyped.
Why?
Sarah comes back.
Are you fucking new? Oh yeah, you've been saving it? You're fucking fermenting over there? You're disgusting.
It's better if you do that.
Yeah, I guess it is. That's fair. All right, that brings us to our favorite section of the episode called Love Letters, where we ask our live audience for a question that we answer live here on the podcast. And if you guys want to ever get one of your questions answered here live on the podcast, you can become a member of either the YouTube or the Patreon and watch us live and get the podcast a couple days early and watch us live. You also get 2 additional hours of content every single month. This month, me and Danny played Chained together, and next month, we're going to be playing Chained together.
That's right. That was fucking awesome.
Because it's awesome.
It was so
Some of the best content we've ever made, so we are going to go pop on over to the computer screen and see what you guys are asking us. McTastyX asks, which 3 anime characters would you take on a cross-country road trip?
Do you have an answer?
Oh, it's super easy.
Yeah, who is it?
There's a couple of key tenets to any road trip. You need somebody who has good music taste. You need somebody who is a good driver. And you need somebody who's kind of just the vibes guy, right? So if I'm going 3 people I'm taking on a road trip, 1, I'm taking Jiro from
Good
MHA.
call. Yeah,
great music.
Yeah.
I put her on DJ the whole time. I'm listening to underground, Midwestern emo bands I've never heard of. She's put me on to Heat. I have like 50 hours to listen to her music. I'm sure it's awesome. I'm bringing Rengoku as a vibes guy.
Okay.
He's a great vibes guy. He's going to be like, yo, we have to set our heart ablaze. We got to go another 2 hours to get to Nashville tonight.
He seems like an overwhelming vibes guy, though. He's too up.
I've seen him on a road trip of sorts in the Mugen Train, and he was great there.
That's true. No one complained on that road trip.
No one complained about it. Everybody was super happy.
That's a good call.
And then third person, so like you need like a good driver kind of thing. I'm bringing Speed Racer.
Don't bring Speed Racer.
Absolutely, I'm bringing Speed Racer.
Everyone is vibes but Speed Racer.
Yeah, I don't need Speed Racer to be vibes. He's driving.
You don't need a good driver.
Yeah,
I've done road trips.
Yeah, but like, you imagine how quick you'll get there? It'd be like running the cannonball.
Is it just to get to the destination? Yeah. Also, don't bring a guy, don't make the sole reason you're bringing someone on a road trip because they're a good driver and they'll be the only one doing the driving.
Why?
You're going to get Speed Racer pissed at you so quickly.
You think Speed Racer wouldn't jump at the opportunity to cannonball the United States?
Look, Speed Racer's going to be a great pick for the first, 6 hours until you get your ass thrown into a county jail.
Oh, you think...
Because he's Speed Racer.
You think cops in a Ford can catch Speed Racer? Fuck no.
That's true.
No way, dude. Speed Racer's getting us there.
I would bring...
Oh, you know what? Third choice. Nami.
Better. She can
Navigator.
learn to drive. She'll figure it out.
Yeah. And then honking banongas,
Yeah, honking
dude.
banongas.
Big old knocking bazongas.
You got Rengoku just be like, get it, Nick.
Yeah. Oh, dude, absolutely. Rengoku would be so supportive.
Yeah, I agree. I would bring any 3 characters, maybe not any. I'm trying to think of a third one because I want to keep it in this anime. But I'd bring Aki, Himino.
Oh, God.
Who's one more?
You're bringing 2 smokers.
That's tough.
You're bringing 2 smokers.
That's tough.
Yeah.
You're right. But they're so vibes.
There are vibes, absolutely.
They definitely have great taste in music.
Yeah, but they're also just going to sit there in silence. You know Aki's not going to say anything.
Himino will talk to Aki. Himino loves Aki.
I guess Himeno does love Aki. 2 smokers, though.
Yeah, that's tough.
40 hours in a smoky car.
And then you know what? Every other character in Chainsaw Man's like the fucking worst.
just the worst.
You don't want power. She
don't
reeks.
want power. No, you don't want Makima.
You don't want Makima. She's fake. Like she's just gonna pretend to be interested.
Yeah.
Denji sucks.
Oh, you know who would be a good pull from Chainsaw Man?
Who?
Shark guy.
Is he?
Absolutely.
Isn't he mostly a shark?
He's at least partially a shark.
Yeah.
Great vibes, though.
Is he?
Yeah.
Cool guy.
Great guy.
What about Spider Girl?
Awful.
Yeah.
Terrible vibes. Yeah.
I liked her vibe. She seemed cool.
She's have fun fitting her in your car.
You know who's the worst vibe? Who's the worst vibe?
In Chainsaw Man?
I can tell you right now.
Makima.
The girl who... No, wrong. Incorrect.
Okay, you don't know. Okay. Yes, sure. Yes.
Incorrect. Girl who tried to stab Denji in the hotel. Worst vibes.
Not Reze. She's so funny in the manga, dude. What is her name?
She's objectively the worst vibe.
No, she's not. It would be the blonde dude who's super powerful with the scar on his face.
Oh, he sucks for sure. Yeah, he's a dick.
He's actually a really good character, but he's not the kind of person you want on a road trip.
Also a smoker.
You simply don't have a list.
Oh.
Aki, Himeno, and
Anyone who wants to come.
just throw Law in there from One Piece. If you're going for like Dark Dower and like possibly a smoker,
They're
throw Law.
just
in there.
chill. They seem cool.
Yeah, you're just looking for like the Black Hair Goth Coalition to go across the country.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are going to stop in every spooky, haunted location. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's all we have this week. Thanks so much for popping in with us for another episode of Otakus Anonymous. Danny has to get off to AX, and I have to get to a party that I'm hosting. So we will see you guys next week. Make sure you go ahead and follow Anime IRL, me and Danny's new project. Watch our new video. We just put out What's in the Box. Danny selected a bunch of really gross items for me, Ian Boggs, Stephen, he, and Stella Chu to grope. It is a lot of fun. It's a great watch. Danny's very involved. Outside of that, follow us on all the other socials. Daniel.
That's it.
That's it.
Yeah, if you were at AX, I hope you enjoyed your time at AX. If you're watching this live right now, come check out my panel tonight at 7 at the Petrie Hall.
There we go.
Check out the Guilty Gear Strive. It's called Guilty Gear Strive Dual Rulers. Check out the Guilty Gear Strive anime trailer. It looks sick. The more people who know about Guilty Gear, the happier I am because I fucking love it.
Yes. Okay, we love you. Goodbye.
Bye.
Mwah.